Just breathe. I said this last night, but I'm going to say it again. Yesterday, as I was walking down the street with Muhammad, we were trying to find Tara. See, if you live in the neighborhood, sometimes, the best thing to do is to hide. Because somebody always needs something. And as we were walking down the street, Muhammad was laughing. Everything I was talking about, I was on one of my rants. And Muhammad was laughing. And I said, Muhammad, I said, stop laughing. Why are you laughing every time I talk? He said, Cheri, I'm laughing to keep from crying. Well, a lot of you, some of you might have been privy enough to see my tears, but for the next 3 days, you're going to see a whole lot of them. And for those of us in this room that are out here on this battlefield every single day, this is going to be a safe space for us to have those tears. And those tears are a sign of strength. They're in no way a sign of weakness. Because this enemy that's out there has not taken our humanity, our love for one another, and our concern for making this a better city and a better country and a better world to live in. Over these next few days, as people begin to arrive, it's really important to take time to get to know the people that are around you. I've had the pleasure of getting to know many of the people that are here today, and they really are the soldiers and the warriors in this vicious battle that's out there. It has been a long struggle to try and bring the World Court of Women to the East Coast and Philadelphia. We applied to every single progressive organization, every women's organization, and talked to many people about getting resources for the court. This court was put together through the blood, sweat, and tears of the people that are in this community, and conferences or gatherings where you have 150 people, that people have budgets of $20,000 or whatever amounts of dollars. We put this thing together with $900. Now, some people would say that, that's poor organizing. But when you can get people together that you can't even say live on $2 a day to share their nothing with each other, that's incredible. I'm considered a leader in this movement, and I live on $300 a month. You don't really live on $300 a month, especially when you're raising a child and you have no idea how you're going to pay the rent at the end of every month. Yet I travel every single month across this country and across the world to talk about what's happening to those of us that are living below the poverty level. We are happy to have the court here. You will hear more from me this weekend. We want to take and listen to the next two speakers before we begin to hear from folks that are going to come forward and give their testimony. Right now, I'd like to call up to say a few words of welcome, my Reverend Adan.
I'll be very brief. It's an honor to have you here. As Sammy, our church music director, said, this is it's sacred space, but it's God's space. It's our creator space, and God is welcoming and inclusive to all gender, sexual orientation, size, color, shape, pretty, ugly, because we're all beautiful. We're all beautiful. So everyone, it's an honor to have you here. I feel as though I will experience in what we call Christianity, the good news, throughout these few days, because although I sense that they will be tragic stories, they are stories of survival and hope and ultimately victory. St. Augustine says that hope has two beautiful daughters: anger and courage. Anger at the way things are, and courage to see that they do not remain as they are. I think that's what we're here to do in these next few days, to listen, to take it in, because as we know, institutions have let us down. From churches to elected government, to the military, to economic structures, institutions that once started off as movements for social change have let us down. So we seek and we move on anger and we move on courage, but our foundation is hope. We move on that to value those who oftentimes are not listened to. And as the person I follow, Jesus Christ, does, we put them in the center, because their story is our story. And until we're all healed and well, none of us is healed and well. So my job is easy this weekend. I just opened the doors, and Cheri and her people came and cleaned, and my musicians came, and people are going to come speak. And so I welcome you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be emotional. Let's enter the space with an open mind, open heart, open attitude, and be ready to be transformed. Welcome.